Today, we have decided to look at the fastest football players on the planet in 2023, so we will call this Need for Speed European Football Edition. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you'll be shocked by this list. Number 1 will shock you the most, but number 10 is also a pretty huge shocker on its own. Can you guess who opens our list today? Probably not. Before we start, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell as well. Let's get straight to the countdown. Number 10. Nuno Tavares. Yes, the 23-year-old Arsenal left-back who is currently on loan to Marseille is one of the fastest players in the world. He has reached a top speed of 36.21 km per hour, so he only very slightly edges out Man United wonderkid Alejandro Garnacho for 10th spot on our list today. For those who are curious, Garnacho recorded a top speed of 36.20 km an hour this season. Number 9. Alphonso Davies. Left-backs are usually fast, so are you surprised that we already have a second left-back on our list? Since Alphonso Davies burst onto the scene at Bayern in 2020, he has always been known as a speed star. That's even what earned him the nickname the Roadrunner. Alphonso's blistering pace is one of the things that makes him one of the best attacking fullbacks in the world. He is able to cover the length of the pitch several times in a game, pretty effectively. Just like Tavares, Davies' top speed is 36.21 km per hour. Number 8. Federico Valverde. While it is pretty normal for fullbacks to be fast, finding really quick midfielders is something of an oddity. But here we have Federico Valverde of Real Madrid, sitting comfortably in 8th position on our list today. The Uruguayan is one of the most versatile players available to Carlo Ancelotti, and his speed heavily contributes to his versatility. Because of how quick he is on and off the ball, he is very effective both as a winger and a box-to-box midfielder. Valverde has recorded a top speed of 36.30 km per hour. But even though that's very impressive, he's not even the fastest player in La Liga. Can you guess who the fastest player in the Spanish top flight is? Go ahead and take a shot at it. We'll see if you're correct later in the video. Number 7. Rafael Leao. Now, we have the fastest player in Serie A, Rafael Leao of AC Milan. The always smiling winger who is the scorer of the fastest goal in Serie A history also doubles up as the quickest player in the league. Talk about need for speed. The 2021-22 Serie A MVP has clocked a top speed of 36.50 km per hour this season, and this is one of the reasons he is one of the most sought-after young players in the whole of Europe right now. Number 6. Adama Traore. There was a time Traore used to be the fastest player in the world, but the 27-year-old Spaniard has since fallen down the ranks, and in 2023, he sits in 6th on the list of fastest players in the world. But take nothing away from him, the Wolves forward still remains one of the most athletic players in the whole of Europe. He currently boasts a top speed of 36.60 km per hour, which is actually very impressive. A few years ago, Traore was easily the fastest player in the Premier League, but a few newbies have joined the league within the last 1 year, and they have all come to displace him. We'll soon find out who those guys are, but now let's head into the top 5. Number 5. Ousmane Dembele. The Barcelona man has always been one of the fastest players in the world, and it's actually pretty impressive that he can still crack the top 5 in 2023, considering how much he has suffered with injuries through the years. We are all aware of how recurring and incessant injuries affect the speed of super-fast players over time. But despite being one of the most unfortunate players in Europe as regards injuries, Dembele still boasts a top speed of 36.60 km per hour. That makes him the fastest player in La Liga right now. A couple seasons ago, that title belonged to Gareth Bale, but the Welshman has since hung his boots. So Ousmane Dembele is the new king of speed in the Spanish top flight. Number 4. Mykhailo Mudryk. Remember we said some newbies have recently joined the Premier League and displaced Adama Traore as the fastest player in England. Well, Mudryk is one of those guys. The Ukrainian, who was bought by Chelsea for €100 million, is one hell of a speed star. He may have struggled a bit for form since moving to Stamford Bridge in January, but one thing Mudryk has never struggled for is speed. The former Shakhtar Donetsk man is never scared to race any defender that comes his way. The 22-year-old, who is currently the most expensive Ukrainian footballer of all time, has been dubbed Ukraine Bolt by some of his fans, a play on the name of the fastest man on earth, Usain Bolt. That's how rapid Mudryk is. He has reached a top speed of 36.63 kilometers per hour. But guess what? He still is not the fastest player in the Premier League. Wow, who then is the fastest player in England? We'll get to that in a bit, but let's look at the number 3 fastest player on the planet. Number 3, Kylian Mbappe. We're sure many of you were expecting Mbappe to be in number 1, but as it appears, there are 2 active footballers who are faster than him, and we're sure you cannot guess who those guys are. Feel free to prove us wrong in the comments. Anyway, there isn't much to say about Mbappe, is there? Anybody who has watched the France captain play can testify to how quick the lad is. And the fact that he also has skill and technicality to add to his speed makes him an all-round great footballer, one of the best in the world right now, in fact. Mbappe boasts a top speed of 37.90 kilometers per hour, and that makes him the fastest player in the French Ligue 1. No one even comes close. Let us now look at the only 2 footballers in the world who are faster than Kylian Mbappe right now. Number 2, Darwin Núñez. Not only is Darwin Núñez the most expensive signing in Liverpool history, he is also the club's fastest player. The Uruguayan forward moved to the Premier League in the summer of 2022, and although he may have been on and off with his finishing, his speed has always been on. The former Benfica man has terrified a lot of defenders with his speed alone this season. He currently boasts a top speed of 38 kilometers per hour, which makes him the fastest attacking player in the Premier League and in the world, in fact. Yes, that means that the fastest player in the Premier League and in the world right now is a defender. And no, not a left back or right back, a centre back. Crazy, right? Let us now unveil the fastest football player in the world in 2023. Number 1, Sven Botman. Botman joined Newcastle in the summer of 2022 and has since become a staple in the team's first team. The Dutchman is easily one of the most underrated defenders in the Premier League and even in the whole of Europe. Standing at 6 feet 4 inches and playing in the centre-back position are not exactly recipes for a fast player. But here we have a man who is both those things, and not just fast, but also the fastest footballer in the world. Botman boasts a top speed of 39.21 kilometers per hour, and he is exactly the guy you want at the back when your team is being hit on the counter. Well, there you have it, the 10 fastest football players in the world in 2023. We told you you would be shocked by some of the entries, so get in the comments and let us know which player shocked you the most. Until next time, bye guys!